Hey, Josh Tigg, Running T Farms. I was going to, I'd had a couple people ask me how we grazed from our water source. So we're just fixing to move into a new paddock that we're going to subdivide, obviously, into a lot of smaller paddocks. So right down there is our water, and what I've done here is I've got a lane. Right behind me is an interior fence that we've already grazed on the other side of the fence. So I came on this side and I built about a 40-foot wide lane. There's the other side of the lane. You can see the reel there hanging on the fence. So I've got about a 40-foot wide lane here that goes right past that water all the way to that tree line, 40 feet wide. Right on the back side of that water, I have a piece of poly wire pulled across there. So at this point in time, the cows can't get past that water into the rest of that lane. What we've got going on here is on this side of this paddock, we don't have any shade for the cattle. So we'll graze this side of the lane at night since cattle don't need shade at night. So we've got about a 30-foot wide strip here over to, if you can see those posts there, there's another interior fence there splitting this up into smaller paddocks. So I've got about a 30-foot wide lane there, and I have left an opening here for the cattle so they can come into this 40-foot wide lane that we fenced down to the water source. So we'll graze that tonight. In the morning, I'll come and pick up that reel right there and roll it back to where I've already got another fence set to graze this cell on the right side here. We do have some shade for the cattle over at that tree line there. If you'll notice, I gave them a right smart bigger area of this lane. The forage is not as good in this first subdivision here, and it's closer to the fence over here. This water, because it's in the bottom that floods, we had to it's not set exactly in the center of this paddock. So it looks like I've given them a larger area, but that's because there's a little less forage there for them to graze tomorrow during the day. So then I will just set another fence over here on the left like this first one, and we'll graze that at night. So we'll continue to do that till we get down there to the water, and then I will set a back fence where the cattle can't come back up here and regraze this, and then we'll graze what's on the lower side of that water. So hope this helps some people who was asking how we graze from our water source and try to utilize our shade. We don't have a lot of shade, so we have to try to get the cattle to shade during the day. We don't worry about it at night. They don't need it. They actually graze most of the night. We get a better graze during the night than we do during the day. So you can check us out online at runningtbeef.com, or you can like us on Facebook at Running T Beef.